10 LinkedIn marketing tips on how to avoid of getting your LinkedIn profile killed. 10 LinkedIn marketing tips on how to avoid the top bad practices and worst mistakes for beginners. What do you think first in your mind when the word failure comes right in front of you? You will probably recall memories of the past, activities that you messed up with, and some embarrassing moments that you shouldn't have done. And as a professional, you might have failed in building a successful business or marketing the way you should have been, leading to a loss in revenue. But to us, failure is just a learning phase that teaches you something you didn't know, so you can adapt and improve yourself or your business. We can say the same for LinkedIn marketing. Although it is inevitable to do mistakes, you can avoid them by learning from the mistakes that other people have done while marketing on LinkedIn. And this is what this article is all about. In our previous article, we advised you to follow our 10 things you should do for successful LinkedIn marketing that can help you perform a successful LinkedIn marketing campaign. And in this article, we are going to show you 10 bad practices you should avoid on LinkedIn. Avoid spamming. Avoid posting frequently. Avoid fake connections and links. Avoid privatizing your profile. Avoid forcing for recommendations. Avoid mass marketing at all costs. Avoid ignoring recommendation requests. Avoid joining too many groups. Avoiding stealing/plagiarizing content. Avoid editing/removing customer posts. 1. Avoid spamming. The reason that you shouldn't post content frequently or regularly on LinkedIn is because of the difference between the audience of LinkedIn and other social sites like Facebook or Twitter. The users on LinkedIn only want to read/scan through content that is relevant, is full of useful information, and doesn't bore them. This is because LinkedIn users don't spend as much time as other social media users. So, they avoid profiles that believe in posting content in quantity rather than posting quality content. 2. Avoid posting frequently. Do you like getting an automated message when you try to contact a business? Nobody wants to talk to a robot. This goes especially if you are a business that wants to attract the right kind of audience without making them hate you. To avoid that, you need to make sure that your LinkedIn marketing software sends warm and natural messages. To do that, you have to create personalized messages whenever you are messaging the users on LinkedIn. Whether it's sending connection requests or sending sponsored messages to let them know about your business, product, or service, creating personalized messages is the way to go. 3. Avoid fake connections and links. Never connect with somebody you don't have the foggiest idea. 4. Avoid privatizing your profile. What we mean by privatizing is what LinkedIn calls private mode. As you might already know, you can go incognito on LinkedIn if you are doing maintenance or if your profile isn't ready to go online yet. It's obvious that you don't want to remain private for a long time since nobody else, except you, can see your own LinkedIn page/profile. This is why try avoiding the private mode even if you are doing maintenance or wish to update information on your profile. Do it live, and your audience as well as search engines will thank you for it. 4. Avoid forcing for recommendations. Asking for recommendations is a healthy way to promote your business, build loyalty and trust with customers, and let others know how great your products/services are. But it can be a risk of asking for a lot of recommendations from people that don't know a thing about you. If you do that, many would just leave you because they will see you as a fraud or unauthentic business, and you don't want that. We recommend you to only ask for recommendations from your buyers or return customers who have experienced your products/services firsthand. 6. Avoid mass marketing at all costs. Remember when we told you to keep away from becoming a spammer? Well, mass marketing is a twin sibling of that. Again, you don't want anyone to take a bad notion about your business. Sending bulk messages or using LinkedIn as an email service is as equal as telling your audience not to interact with you. Focus on providing quality content and reply to messages promptly. If you want to promote, Use LinkedIn ads or its premium services that offer you to do so without making you a spammer. 7. Avoid ignoring recommendation requests. If you want positive recommendations on LinkedIn, you have to be generous enough to give recommendations to your network first. This will not only create a healthy relationship between your business and your client or potential buyer, but you will get better recommendations as well. 8. Avoid joining too many groups. LinkedIn groups are made to interact with people like a social circle. If you are in a group, people would expect you to share your ideas, opinions, and comment on their posts, and if you can't, then there is no benefit of being there in the first place. This is why, to avoid waste of productivity, we recommend joining groups that are focused on your business objectives and is relevant to the field or niche of your business. 9. Avoid stealing/plagiarizing content. One of the worst things you could do is copy/paste someone else's content on your profile. This will not only mark your social page as an unreliable source of content, and search engines will ban you for it, but it will also make people hate you for stealing it. To avoid that, create your own content by getting inspired by the content you'd like to steal. Bonus tip: avoid posting the same content twice. This is the second worst idea you could make a reality. No one likes to read the same thing again, whether it's informational or promotional. Keep always in mind these LinkedIn marketing tips and you are safe. 10. Avoid editing/removing customer posts. As much as you'd like to do this, please refrain from it. We know that it's bad for a client to leave a negative review about your company/business, but removing it from your profile would just make things worse. People are always suspicious of seeing a profile/company page that has no negative reviews, because most of the time, these reviews are fake. So, instead of removing/editing those comments, show the community that you are willing to help and wish to provide great customer service, no matter who it is. These LinkedIn tips will not only enhance your productivity and show the world how generous you are, but people will be more willing to buy from you. This is because they now know that if some problem arises, you will be there to help them as best as you can. Final verdict: no matter what you do, you are going to do some mistakes when you're marketing on LinkedIn. But that's okay as long as you're avoiding things that we have written here. Now, give yourself a pat on your back and go dominate the LinkedIn world. Of course, you would want to stay in touch with our blog articles to make sure you keep dominating. To do that, subscribe by clicking on the button below. Let us know if we missed anything, and we'll definitely consider adding your voice to our next article. Until then, have a great life.